What's up guys, so as we know, this faction rally is the last one inside of Season 2 / Curse of Osiris, and this is the last chance to get all of these weapons that we want. And the one we will be going over was actually the, the 2 faction rallies ago when the auto rifles were the ones that were the winning ones that were up. Dead Orbit had one that I thought was going to win because it was really good. It didn't win, I was sad, but I actually got it last time around. But in any event, the gun we'll be going over is the Dead Orbit Veist auto rifle, the Hollow Earth. So now again, how to obtain this weapon. This is the last faction rally inside of Season 2. The only way to get it, pledge to Dead Orbit and just turn in tokens until you get it. I'm sad to say you can't just pick it up, like you have to have the look of the draw with the engram there, but you have to pledge to Dead Orbit to have the chance to get this weapon. Alright, let's go over the perks. So it comes with rapid fire frame, deeper ammo reserve, slightly faster reload when magazine is empty, 3 barrel options, arrowhead break, likely vented barrel, greatly controls recoil, increases handling speed, hammer force rifling, durable range barrel, increases range, polygonal rifling, barrel optimized for recoil reduction, increased stability, 2 magazine options, ricochet rounds, rounds ricochet off hard surfaces, increased stability, slightly increases range, steady rounds. This magazine is optimized for recoil control, greatly increases stability, slightly decreases range, and then finally trait perk Zen Moment, causing damage with this weapon increases its stability. Now here's a summary of what I use and what I think is best and just kind of what fit my play style. Like I know some people like to play different, but here's what I use and I think this is best. So barrel wise, I personally go with hammer force rifling for that range. I know you're thinking that you should go for stability on this weapon, but I will get to why you shouldn't for this archetype and, well, basically just for this weapon in general. Magazine wise, I'd go with ricochet rounds for the increase to range and stability. Hold off on steady rounds. Like, because it does lessen the range on this weapon. Again, you want range on this weapon. It's a 720 RPM. It doesn't have a lot of range. Again, you're like stability, 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 but just hold up because the trait perk is Zen Moment, which is a top tier perk inside Destiny 2, but it's only on select few weapons like Time Worn Spire, Null Calamity 9, Agenda 5, Swift Solstice, Last Hope, duh, and the exotic Jade Rabbit. There's probably a few more, but having all that range that I just described on this weapon is good because all you need to do is hit a few shots with this and you'll have 100% stability anyway, and you'll have the most range out of all the other autos within this archetype as well. So boom, got great range, get a few shots off, 100% stability. Pretty simple in my opinion. So PvE wise, I don't have any PvE footage, but having that max stability from Zen Moment is going to be good at that range, especially with the barrel options and whatnot, and it will help you hit constant headshots on ads and maybe even higher tier ads that you need to do, which will allow for the maximum DPS you can do. It's definitely not the best PvE weapon in general, but it will be consistent just because of that Zen Moment perk. PvP wise, inside the Crucible, this is the best 720 RPM and Veist auto rifle in its archetype. It's the best one out of all the 720s I've seen so far, kinetic and energy wise. All in all, you can change around the perks for this weapon to where it has more stability, more range, which is what I like to go with, etc. And it'll probably perform like almost around the same. Obviously, the more range, like the more likely Zen Moment's going to kick in, the more like damage you can do from far away, the more likely you're going to hit crits, all that good stuff. That's why I rock range. It's extremely versatile, and it's definitely something opposite of the meta. Like, I'm sorry, I hate the meta. It is what it is. And all you have to do once you hit a few shots with like this gun, the stability will kick in and you can melt them with headshots. Like you can melt any enemy with headshots, even if you just hit some body shots. Like it is very forgivable because it is an auto rifle. Like it's not a scout rifle where if you hit a body shot, it's very unforgiving. Finally, my rating is between an 8 and a 9 out of 10. Overall, the perks are great on this weapon. It performs well. Even though it's not inside the meta, it's very versatile when it comes to how you want to use this weapon, whether you want to focus on range, stability, or handling, well, or handling speed, whatever you want to call it. And I highly recommend trying to get it in this faction rally and testing it out in the Crucible. Like, this is the last chance you're going to be able to get this thing, so I highly, highly, highly recommend pledging to Dead Orbit and trying to get this thing. Alright guys, we're coming to the end of the video, so if you want to know how to support me, there'll be a link below. It's the best way to support me. It'll take you to a 4-minute video. It's not a Patreon or anything like that. If you do that stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. But you can also like and subscribe to the channel as well, and I know that that is some support right there for me, and I appreciate it. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.